Hi, I'm Heidi Locatel with Coldwell Banker Residential Brokerage here in Del Mar, and I am with Leanne Stein from Intergrity Mortgage Group. Hi, Leanne.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm well, and you?
Good.
Good. Happy Valentine's Day.
Thank you so much. I was wondering if you could tell me a little bit about your background and what you do and just
Sure.
how things are.
Well, I've been in the mortgage industry for 20 years, and I have always worked as a broker. And so I know that a lot of people wonder what exactly a broker does. And what we do, I kind of liken what we do to an attorney, really, in that a person comes to us with their story, and we analyze their story and figure out how to package the loan and where to send it. So we select the venue, the jury, and the judge, if you will. But and you know, some loans are more complex than others, and need a little more massaging and tweaking. And so we do that up front when we interview the client. We look for things that could present a complexity, and we look for ways to get around that complexity. Or maybe it won't be a good fit for this lender, but it would be a fit for another lender.
Super. So when you're bringing somebody in for a loan, what kind of things do you look for?
Well, the first thing, you know, there's a difference between a pre-qualification, a pre-approval, and underwritten approval. So a pre-qualification is just somebody coming to me and maybe they don't want me to run credit, maybe they don't want to give me any documentation. So I'm just going on blind faith by what they're telling me. My credit score is this, I have this amount of money down, this is what I make. That's a pre-qualification. A pre-approval is actually when I've interviewed the client, I've taken a loan application, and in some cases, depending on the complexity of the loan, I am going to ask for documentation up front. For example, if someone is self-employed, if they have commission and bonus income, or if they own a lot of rental properties, then yes, I'm going to want to see tax returns and probably order a verification of employment form for a commission and bonus employee that breaks down their income and breaks it out from their base, their bonus, and their overtime. So it's very critical to get all that information so that we know that the loan is viable or that they're looking in a price range that they're absolutely going to qualify for.
So you bring value to the situation by evaluating different loans that might be more suitable.
Correct, and I think one
situation.
huge advantage of using a broker versus going to, let's say, San Diego County Credit Union or Chase Manhattan or Bank of America is that typically, or even USAA, typically those banks are not going to have somebody who is analyzing that loan up front that's digging deep. And I heard a horror story once from a real estate agent that his client had a loan over at USAA for 21 days before he was told that the loan was going to be declined, and they had given him a pre-approval letter. So that is not a situation you want to get yourself into. So part of the pre-approval process too is people may be very confident that they make enough money and they have enough money down, but also what is their payment going to be? Are they comfortable with that payment? There could also be something maybe on the credit report that is not true or that we need to address. Or maybe their credit score right now is a little bit lower. Maybe they're carrying some high balances on their credit cards because they just came back from vacation, and by paying some of those credit cards down, we can get the score up and get them better pricing.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for explaining all that to us, and
Yes.
we look forward to working with you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You bet.